We are about to witness a pure example of the man Corey Holcomb as we know it, crashing out and not having all his ducks in order of knowing what he's talking about. And this is a situation when he called us up talking about the lead attorney. The lead attorney is a lawyer that practiced for several of years, I believe 20 to 25 years. He practiced law and now I guess he's retired now and he does YouTube. But Corey thought he was doing his thing by talking bad about dude. And of course, as you know, Corey is good for calling somebody the backdoor gang, like they taking it from the back. I don't know what it is with him calling every man a feminine name as if that he's gonna say this to their face. This is old and it's played out, but you about to see a real example of when you thinking that you talking a bunch of trash about somebody and you straight wrong. So we about to hear it out right here.
You know what I'm saying? If I said it, it's the truth. I got to make an example out of this.
All right, guys. So Corey Holcomb is about to make an example out of me.
I said something against this guy that came up to our show. His name, I'm going to take the chance and say his name. His name was the lead attorney. I said something about him because I saw him say, oh, Corey said it's okay for me to talk to his lawyer. Now, ever since I said what I said about the lead attorney, I haven't seen him say anything back. And it is my opinion. The reason he didn't say anything back because I didn't lie on him. I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing. And he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true, which is why he isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is.
Now, I'm gonna let him finish. I'm gonna let the lead talk, but this is a pure example of when ignorance meets somebody that knows what they're talking about. But for some odd reason, Corey Holcomb is somebody that just seems to always run his mouth and have no knowledge of nothing. Like I used to follow him, but I never was a person that always like follow somebody and think they're gonna lead me. I'm my own man, but at the same time, it goes to show you that when you dealing with people that are straight ignorant, don't have no knowledge of anything, and they fall victim, and I'm not going to say fall victim. They get caught up in the game of running their mouth all the time to the point you realize these are people that need to be smacked in their mouth. Now, I'm not condoning violence, but these are people like Corey Holcomb that act tough, talk too much, but don't have no knowledge of what they talking about. None.
Right, so Corey Holcomb is saying that he didn't give me permission to talk to his attorney. I said, guys, on my last stream that I was supposed to have an interview with his attorney. His attorney cleared it, and then his attorney backed out. Now Corey is saying, no, that's all a lie. He's saying that he never gave me permission to talk to that man, and Corey has been extremely disrespectful towards me. And because I have not responded to the disrespect, Corey takes that as an admission that he's right and I'm wrong.
I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing. And he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true, which is why he isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is. That's what I believe. I believe he has some type of moral strand inside of him that knows I wasn't lying on him. I didn't give nobody permission to do nothing.
All right, Corey, there are two competing ways to look at this situation. The first way to look at it is that you are just a liar. You are lying. You lied about me in the past and you are continuing to lie about me. Now, this is apart from all the disrespect and all the jokes. I'm talking about straight lying. That's the first way to look at this. Now, the second way to look at it is that you are not lying and that you have chosen a bootleg attorney attorney to represent you. Now, how do I know that these are the only two ways to look at this situation? Well, I'm about to explain it to you right now. But I do want to say one thing first. You were saying that you were so disrespectful to me and I didn't respond. And you're saying, well, since I didn't respond, that shows that I knew that you were the man that you claimed to be. Now, Corey, you are making a mistake on this. I didn't respond, but for a very different reason. I didn't respond to you, Corey. I didn't respond to your disrespect because I didn't want to embarrass you. On one of your last shows, you brought up this attorney that you had retained, this gentleman named Derek. Now, this is an attorney that you chose, that you selected, that you put your trust in to represent you in whatever claims that you may have. The attorney on your show said that he's been practicing for 14 or 15 years, and that's good. I can tell you that I've been an attorney for close to 25 years, and I am intimately aware of the relationship and the responsibilities that we have as attorneys towards our clients. You keep disrespecting me, and you keep saying that I'm lying about you giving me permission to talk to your attorney. So we're going to see who's lying right now. For background, Corey, if I represent you as an attorney, I have ethical obligations towards you. If someone wants to interview me about you or your case, I can't just say yes willy-nilly without letting you know. In fact, I have to do a lot more than letting you know. I have to ask for your permission. And not only do I have to ask for your permission, but I have to explain to you the pros and the cons, and I have to make sure that you understand them. And then you have to give me informed consent. You have to consent that I give the interview to whoever wants to interview me. That's what we good attorneys do in fulfilling our obligations to our clients.
Now, this is a prime example of the attorney actually literally breaking down all the scenarios and all the things that has to take place in order to do what he has to do. And this is the problem that make you realize that Corey has no idea what he's talking about. When you see that a man does not know what he's talking about, just running his mouth. Lately, we have been seeing Corey running his mouth, just blatantly just saying anything, and nothing is measuring up for him being accurate. He talked about he never had an altercation with a female. Then all of a sudden, a videotape comes out showing him smacking a female. No matter what happened in that video, you did see Corey walk over to that female. Now, mind you, the lead attorney had never once tried to go on Corey, like go off on him and say he's this and that. But what Corey has done is disrespect this man, test his manhood by talking bad about him, talk about he's the backdooria. Like, come on, man. Like, and the league still did not even address that part. He just said, you just disrespect me. That's how you know this man has a lot of integrity, you know?
You have to clear that interview, Corey. So you're upset with me because I said on the live stream that you had given me permission to talk to your attorney, that you had cleared that interview. So we're going to see right now whether you cleared it or not. And let me say, I have been on YouTube for about 5 years, and I don't think I have ever done this. I have never gone back and showed receipts. I have never showed DMs because I haven't needed to. I'm not like some of these other YouTubers out here who just talk to talk. I take this very seriously. I take my reputation very seriously. And if you're up on your show calling me a liar, well, we're going to get to the bottom of it. Let me show you something right quick, Corey. Do you know who this gentleman is right here, Corey? This is your attorney. After your live stream where you and him talked about the Christina Payne situation, I hit him up. I said, hey, can you come on my channel? Can I interview you? Because I'll be honest with you, Corey, between me and you, I think you're getting a raw deal out of this Christina Payne situation. Should you have mushed her? No. Should she have touched you or whatever she did to you hit you? No. Everybody should keep their hands to themselves. But people trying to paint you out to be a woman beater for the Christina Payne situation alone, to me, is a stretch. So I hit up your attorney. Your attorney gets back to me. What does he say? Let's look down here. He says, good day, counselor, and great hearing from you. Let me check with Corey and I will follow up with you. See, this is exactly what I was talking.
And this is why the lead attorney is bringing receipts now. He's showing you that Corey had no idea. I'm not going to say he don't have an idea. Corey does know. If his lawyer said he asked Corey, that's one of two things. Lee said you have a lawyer that is either lying to you, misleading you, or Corey is lying, which means that Corey is sitting up there trying to paint a narrative as if the lead attorney does not have the right footing of knowing what he's talking about. So he's breaking everything down and exposing Corey for being a liar or the lawyer. Corey or the lawyer is lying. Either way.
Talking about good attorneys have to check with the clients. Your attorney can't just agree to be on my show without talking to you to appear on my show. He has to clear it with you. Also, let me say that your attorney can't clear this interview with Craig. He can't clear it with Darlene. Both of them are integral parts to your show. They're very important people, but your attorney represents you and you alone. So the only person that can give him permission to talk to me is you. So he says right here, he says, let me check with Corey and I will follow up with you. But Corey, what do you think he responds? What do you think he says to me? Let's scroll down and take a look. He says he's going to check with you. And then a day later, he says, I am cleared to speak with you. That means he checked with you, checked with Corey, and now he's cleared to speak with me. So now, Corey, who is the liar?
And this is the prime example of you don't play with people that's been in this field. It's way above you, way above your pay rate. Because we at a point now where as though now you're starting to show true history of you being bullying people, thinking you can say whatever you want about people, but the lead attorney still gave you some type of leniency. I hope I missed that word. And showed you respect. But at the end of the day, you're showing the true example of how soft, ignorant, and belligerent that you are. Just consistently disrespected men. And you say you don't respect men. What's going to happen is you're going to end up getting hurt one day by the wrong man that don't take that type of disrespect lightly.
It's either you or it's either your attorney. This is why I didn't say anything, because I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want to have to go and show DMs. Your attorney right here in black and white is saying that you gave me permission to talk to him. He can be on my show. I can interview him. And you were the only person that can give him that permission. This is what it says in black and white. But what are you going on your show and saying?
I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing. And he said I did. And I believe that he saw that and knows that to be true, which is why he isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is. That's what I believe. I believe he has some type of moral strand inside of him that knows I wasn't lying on him. I didn't give nobody permission to do nothing.
You didn't give nobody permission to do nothing? Is that what you just said? Here, the attorney that you chose, the attorney that you brought on your show, the attorney that you were praising, the attorney that you were glazing is saying something completely different. Your attorney is saying that he checked with you, Corey, and that he's clear to speak with me. And let me tell you, Corey, it doesn't stop there. Once he said that you had given him permission to speak with me, then we started organizing a date and time. If we scroll down here, you can see that he says, your attorney, that the earliest time that we can record or prepare to record would be Friday. That Friday, anytime after 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And
Now, this is where you realize that the lead done brung receipts. He not only brung receipts, but he let it be known that everything was set up, which means that if it was set up, it's most likely it's true because he's showing you the receipts exactly from his lawyer, from the emails to everything, his full name and everything.
anytime this weekend with evenings preferred. Oh yeah, we were getting a date and time, Corey, for an interview that supposedly you never gave permission for. An interview that you were saying that I was lying about, and an interview that caused you to be very disrespectful towards me. And guess what, Corey? It goes even further. Here, he gives me his law firm email address, and he gives me his cell phone number. Now, I, of course, have redacted it all out, but he gives me every way to communicate him to coordinate this interview. After he gives me his law firm address, Corey, I hit him up, I email him. What do I say? Let's check it out. This is the email that I sent to your attorney, Corey, and you will see that the heading for the email in the subject line is interview. I say, Derek, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to follow up. Thank you for being willing to being interviewed. As mentioned in my Instagram message, let me know what time on Friday Friday, either the evening or the night, whatever works best for you. Also, if you can pass me along any publicly available filings, that will be great. For your convenience, I'm sending this from my email, so you'll have my contact information as well. Thanks again, Derek. I appreciate you taking the time, and I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow.
Is anything else to say after the lead end up saying what he had to say? He basically let the world know that disrespect will not be tolerated, but he chose to go a better route of showing respect, not calling Corey out of his name, not trying to disrespect anybody, not trying to throw anybody under the bus. All he did was state the facts and show receipts to say, "Hey, you're not going to call me no liar. You're not going to sit up there and make me look as though I don't know what I'm talking about when I've been doing this job for over 25 years." He said that. And still today, you know that these things are out there now. You know that the lead done responded. But the problem is you will still have the ignorant person that Corey Holcomb is. Still disrespect men, call them out their name, make them seem that they soft or they sleeping with other men. I don't know what it is, his fascination of just calling everybody that. But he owed this man a apology, big time. A apology. It needs to be. It needs to be said. Apology, a full apology online, apologizing to the league. Really.
See, Corey, you were taking my kindness for weakness. You were taking the fact that I was silent about this as an admission that I was wrong. The reality is, you were wrong. I didn't want to have to expose that the attorney that you selected is going behind your back and making all of these interviews without your informed consent. You were very disrespectful towards me, but I brushed it off because I didn't want to take it there. But now you're mentioning it yet again. So I'm showing you the proof. I'm showing you the evidence to let you know that I was not lying. You can come out here and crack jokes and be disrespectful if you want to, but you need to be careful about people's reputations. Apparently, you're on your shows talking about that you're losing gigs, you're losing money because your reputation has been harmed. So it seems kind of ironic to me that you're going around trying to tarnish other people's reputations at the same time. But that's okay. Let's keep going. So in this email again, I thank him for agreeing to the interview that apparently you knew nothing about. And I say, send me some documents if you can, anything that's publicly available. I'm not asking for anything that's attorney-client privileged. And I'm telling him, just tell me the time that works best for him, late evening or night, whatever he wants to do. Corey, I was in your corner on this. That's the messed up thing about it. I wanted your attorney on because I feel like you're getting a raw deal out of this Christina Payne situation. I was on your side, and now you're on your show in front of 15,000 people saying that I'm lying. So we're getting to the bottom of it right now. So after I send him this email saying, hey, just tell me a date and time, he responds. What does he say? Here is his email in response to me. Now again, you see the same subject line, interview. We also see the same date. This is Thursday. The interview is supposed to be the next day. Your attorney said he could be interviewed about this on Friday.
This is a prime example of somebody that just don't know when to stop. When you become a person in life that don't know when to stop and they don't know how to carry themselves, you tend to lose a lot of respect of a lot of people because you get to a point where as though you think there's no consequences for anything. This is the prime example of someone ignorant that has no consequences until somebody make an example out of them. I hope Corey don't have to find out the hard way by someone really doing something to him to the point he won't be here again. I think he's a funny guy sometimes. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not a hater, but I gotta be honest. I have watched his stand up. It used to be funny, but it's no longer. It's not. It's funny no more because I'm gonna be real with you. If you follow Corey long enough, you'll know that he's doing similar stuff that he's been doing. And no offense, but the songs were okay, but they're not funny. Like this. we at a point now where it's though when you're starting to see people progress in life, this is the person that don't want to progress, but want to sit up there and talk bad about people all the time. He's he can do what he want to do, but when you start trying to harm other people and violate other people, what's going to happen is what's happening now. People going to start to respond, and they're going to start to jump on your ass. Hey, good luck to him. Power to the brother, but at the end of the day, I think that road is about to come to an end.